Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. I'm doing a gift request today. Jeff Cather. Jeff, shout out to you. Thank you for this request. It's another Bri Bagwell song, and we're like falling in love with Bri over here on the channel because I've done a number of her songs and they're all so good. She's such a likable person, and based on the comments, based on how she presents herself as an artist and all this. So I'm doing her song Old Together. And I only recently found out that she went to UT. So I'm wearing her the Longhorn hat in her honor. If you went to Baylor or Tech or wherever, forgive me. But nonetheless, Jeff made a gift for me to do this song, Old Together. I don't know the song. And maybe it's a true love song. Maybe it's a happy one. Bri seriously is an amazing artist. Like, not just performer, but some in life, whatever sphere or whatever realm of work people go into, some people just have that extra gear and just that extra something that many or most others don't have. And Bri is one of them. She's got that certain je ne sais quoi, as they say in French. So let's see what Old Together is. And Jeff requested that I do the acoustic live version, so that's what I've got here. And I have to make the video smaller that Bri and the performers are in when I do it. Otherwise, it gets blocked more frequently when I make their image big on the screen and I shrink mine, which is, I prefer to do it that way, but I get blocked a lot more. So I make theirs smaller. So.
If I'm not there for the rocking chair, for the gray hair, for the honey, we've been everywhere. Damn, we shared 80 years as the perfect pair. If I'm not there for the slowing down, for the sitting round, for the house with the porch outside of town, the sunset phase, the last few days, your wrinkled face. I wanna grow old with you, but just in case I don't get to, I'll think of us as a living love letter.
No, it's not.
If time is never guaranteed, the only thing I'll ever need before I go is for you to know you could not have been better. In case we don't get old together. I know I shouldn't think this way. You laugh and say, probably it'll be okay. We'll spend our days in this perfect place. But just in case somehow I don't make it through till the end with you, goodness knows I wanted to. If there are other plans out of our hands, do you understand? I wanna grow old with you, but just in case I don't get to, I'll think of us as a living love letter. If time is never guaranteed, the only thing I'll ever need before I go is for you to know you could not have been better.
Nice.
In case we don't get old together. And oh, and I can't keep worrying every second we're apart. But it seems these days there's a million ways life can break my heart.
True.
I wanna grow old with you, but just in case I don't get to, I'll think of us as a living love letter. If time is never guaranteed, the only thing I'll ever need before I go is for you to know you could not have been better. In case we don't get old together.
That's really sweet. Oh, she's she's with her dog on her lap. That's a different twist too. That dog's really well behaved. I didn't really notice the dog much until the end. Yeah, Jeff. Oh, you know what? Didn't you say that the dog's name is Whiskey? Did you leave that comment? Did I remembering that right? Something like that. But I like the twist because normally you'll hear someone say, "Please tell so and so that I love you," and that's a beautiful sentiment that you want to hear that, right? But I like that there was, I don't want to say necessarily a risk. I mean, I get that the word, they wanted the rhyme, the scheme to go with letter. And so the word was like better, that you couldn't have done it better or been better, that kind of thought. And I like that. I like variation on common themes. I like when thought is put into how can I make this like not cliche, or how can I put a unique verbal stamp on this? And I like that twist in there. I think this may have been the first time that Bri has reminded me of Joey Feek. Every so often, of an artist's cadence, tonal quality, something at some point in a song, every so often will remind me of somebody. And every so often, somebody got pissed at me too, because it'll be like an artist nobody's heard of, right? Of course, lots of folks have heard of Bri, but be an artist, and I'll be like, oh, she reminded me a little bit of Dolly at times. I'll be like, there is no comparison, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not comparing their careers. I'm just saying there are times where you can hear similarities. We're made for pattern recognition anyway, we human beings. So are animals. So for that sake, but in this one, Bri reminded me on occasion of Joey. But the thought in this was really sweet. I don't know who wrote this. This could have been written by a guy for a girl or by a girl for a guy. I don't know if Bri wrote this. And I like not knowing. I like, some people will leave comments like, do your research about all this different, like they have an idea, something they knew that I didn't know or I didn't figure out. And then they'll get mad and they'll leave an uppity comment like, do your research. It's like, all right, well, so I guess I should spend another hour researching and hope I hit on the one thing that you knew that I didn't. But I like not knowing who wrote what, because sometimes it's a bit evident that maybe words may have been modified a bit to make it, it was written by one gender, but it was performed by the other gender, because songs go, flip that way. I mean, even when I write lyrics to songs, which I write a lot of them, I'll have an idea that this is from a guy to a girl, or from a girl to a guy, or just generic. Anybody could sing it. And Bri looked like she was in the moment in this song. I mean, she's always looked that way to me, but this one looked like she was almost in pain when she was singing it. And not, yeah, maybe it was a hurtful pain. I mean, that sounds weird, but sometimes you can be, a poignancy sort of has not an unwarranted pain, but a pain that sort of you're willing to endure because you know it's part of life. Like, I don't want to lose you. Just the thought of losing someone hurts me, but it's because I love you. And that's a poignancy, that's a willing pain. This looked like there was more of a true pain in here. I don't know what that was about. And the picking too. I mean, of course, I'm focused on Bri, and she came right out of the chute with this thing. I mean, there were no wasted lyrics whatsoever, which I've discovered in Bri's songs. There aren't wasted lyrics. She doesn't throw stuff in there just as filler to get to the next important, punchy type lyric. There are no wasted lyrics in any song I've heard of hers. But the guy doing the picking, he was very good. He was crisp, clear. Bri is the main attraction, so to speak. Anybody would figure that out watching her perform. And, the musicians are there to accompany her, not to upstage or anything like that. But his picking was really crisp and clear. Yeah, I like that a lot. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Little Martha by the Allman Brothers. But anyway, Jeff, all right, so I'm going to rate that. I'll rate my experience with this. I don't know what it is about Bri. I mean, the things that I've seen, you've seen the ratings that I've given her songs, and my ratings are partly based on just what I feel hearing or seeing her perform. a song. It isn't just based on whether I like the song or not. There's a lot more to it. And there's something about her. There's a lot more to her than an average performer. So the bar keeps going higher with Bri. You know, it's like rating a Chris Stapleton song against itself, or Jason Isbell, or John Prine. All right, the number that popped into my head immediately was a 9.0. Her humanity was on display here. It was a different sort of humanity, but she's able to delve into some emotions and show them in a different way. She doesn't sell her emotion. They're real, but there's also a mysteriousness about her. And I don't know. It's just, I love that. I love not being able to figure things out because it continues to pose a challenge. Because I get bored easily anyway. I've always gotten bored easily in life, which is why until I owned my own businesses, I got fired from all the jobs I used to have because I would get bored and then eventually get fired. But when I had my own businesses, I was thrilled to work 100 hours a week. Anyhow, yeah, and that's sort of just my MO. So when I watch an artist, I mean, I've yet to figure her out other than she's got another gear, another level than most artists. And we'll see where this all goes. All right, Jeff. Shout out to you again for the gift, and leave your comments. Maybe Bri will see it, maybe not. She's a busy girl, she's a busy artist, she's got things going on, and but in any case, when you leave your comments, make them nice. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in another video. Keep rocking the country.